opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackles made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 48. Finds Hyatt. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on first down. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. They run it from the gun with Wright. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Back-to-back carries here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Even 5 on that play. Now it's going to be third down and 6.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So third down, Giants trotting out 6 DBs in the dime set. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give it to him again. And again, they stalled him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. Got a man, it's London. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Trying to push this past the marker. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. Complete to Hyatt. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running behind center with Wright. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now Ritter. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wow, wide open here, complete. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants pull out in front further, 13-zip. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 47. That's taken in by Tucker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brought in close to the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's a give for Wright. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He fires one deep down the middle. He's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And it'll be Raider football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running it now out of the gun. Broke through the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. They'll run here from the gun. Cuts right. Inside the 25. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
This one is up and good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Wright running out of the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now run with Wright. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Giants with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. 2nd and 6 coming up here. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They've got a man in motion. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing here, Ritter. And they will score! Touchdown, New York! The Giants get some late points and the lead. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. No progress.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. This ball's caught by Bowers. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. He intercepts the pass. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Ritter. Wright reels it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Ritter to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. He's going to push one deep down the right. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to the air here. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense.
And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he drives this forward to the 26-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Pass play coming here. He beams one deep right side. Big game downfield. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the third. Drake London with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They've got first down from the 31. Here's a give inside to right. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. A quick throw completed out to the left. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
The Giants are set to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first. And it's a fake. They only need a couple of inches. This is caught. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
You know, situational football, Kate, we've heard that term so often. We see it come to life, I think, more than in any other area, special teams. That phase of the game, 4th and inches, right? What's the situation? What are you going to do? You're going to run a fake. Well, if you're going to run a fake in that situation, you better be a great actor, and that's exactly what the punt unit was.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're set up at the 35 now. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Ritter setting up to throw. He's on the move. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They run it from the gun with Wright. Gets to space right side. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
He had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Touchdown! The Giants take a 13-point lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26, and that's good for a Raiders first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the red zone now. Incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Right up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing from the gun. He loses the football. And it's picked out by the Giants.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time. Pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
Running behind center with Wright. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think that's a case where the defense, well, you forgot to account for the fullback. And I know why. Because they rarely get touches. And boy, do they rarely make big plays like that to the second level.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going right back to the fullback, next play. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now Ritter. Neighbors with a catch. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10. Another chance for him. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up 3rd and goal.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser use stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a give for Wright. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, good luck sneaking a draw by this defense on third down, Kate. A quicker little run may have brought them a chance to get the first down, but with that delay, this defense was all over it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Second and 10 now. Forced out to his right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cut out left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. Gets everything he has under this throw. And they pick him off again. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they take him down to the 24-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, why do I think right now his fullback heads to the sideline after that call? The lobbying begins. Give me the rock. Fullbacks don't normally get a ton of carries, but they also typically don't get plays like that.
They give it to him again. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting